Here are some underrated upgrades for your Bloomburrow Precons. Let's start with the animated army Precon and its general, Bello, Bard of the Bramble. This 3-mana Gruul Raccoon turns your 4 cost and above artifacts and enchantments into indestructible, hasty creatures during your turn that draws you a card when they deal combat damage. There are a ton of great aggressive enchantments for the deck, so I have an unusual proposal: Stand or Fall. This 4-mana enchantment fulfills Bello's animation ability and lets you separate your opponent's creatures into 2 piles at the start of combat. Then, they pick one of those piles, and only those creatures can block. This card can help reduce your opponent's blockers so you can get in for damage and draw, or force your opponents to make unfavorable trades to prevent you from drawing cards. Up next, we have the Squirreled Away Precon with Hazel of the Root Bloom. The Skullgari 4-drop squirrel cares about tokens, letting you net heaps of mana by tapping untapped tokens. To help this, she copies tokens at your end step, making you additional tokens if they're a squirrel. Kina, Coup Gourmet, is a great way to get a ton of tokens. Like their predecessor Peregrine Took, who makes foods whenever you make a token, Kina makes additional frogs whenever you make a token. Kina on field represents bonus tokens for Hazel to tap for mana and extra frogs of Hazel's second ability, making them great for the deck. Let's move on to the Peace Offering Precon led by Miss Bumbleflower. This 4-mana Bant Bunny gives one of your opponents cards while giving you a +1/+1 counter every time you cast a spell. She rewards you with 2 cards if you manage to trigger this ability twice in the same turn. I have a Miss Bumbleflower deck myself, and I'm a big fan of flashback cards and strategy as a way to double dip on spells. Moment's Peace is a favorite of mine, as fogs can help you avoid lethal combat damage for a turn, or help with the politicking that the deck is designed for. Lastly, we have the Family Matters Precon and Zinnia, Valley's Voice. This Jeskai bird gets a power boost depending on the number of other base 1 power creatures you control, and lets you pay 2 mana to create a 1/1 copy of any creature you cast. I recommend Sonic the Hedgehog. For a mere 6 mana, you can have Sonic give birth to his baby, but due to the legend rule, either mother or child has to die in childbirth. I'm kidding, not about childbirth, but about playing Sonic in this deck. Zinnia works well with the warp mechanic because the token copy of the warp creature doesn't have to exile itself at the end of the turn. I recommend Starwinder as a great way to draw cards. If you warp a copy of Starwinder and pay the offspring cost, not only do you get the amazing effect of drawing cards when you deal combat damage, you get to keep the token while the original exiles itself. You can keep casting the Starwinder from exile with offspring, netting you a ton of baby Starwinders and a ton of cards. Do you have any suggestions for upgrades for the Bloomburrow Precons? Let us know in the comments below.